This piece is titled House in Munich. Our house is in Munich, and it is painted by a famous artist named Vasily Kandinsky. And the first step that we are going to do is we're going to write our name and our class code on our paper. So our name and our class code is what?
W1.
W1. Thank you for raising your hand, Jake.
You know, to put the pudding middle finger, put it on the top of the
You can put it on the top if you want, but I'm going to turn it around. Shh. Remember, we had to add 3 things to our piece. 3 things. Number 1 is our sky. And number 2 is our ground. And we're not going to worry about our houses, which is number 3. So right now, I'm going to make a line towards the bottom that's going to separate our paper. The big part's going to be our sky. And the little part's going to be our ground. So in order to do that, I'm going to make this line. This is called a horizon line. Can you say that?
horizon line.
Right. Sounds like the word horizontal, right? Can you say horizontal?
Horizontal.
A horizontal line goes sideways. Okay. So just like Jake said, I have to add nature. So I'm going to add some clouds by painting some white on my paper.
That looks pretty cool. I love it.
And then I'm going to just, without rinsing my brush, because I used all my paint, I'm going to add a little bit of blue on top. What's happening when I add a little bit of blue on top of the white? What's happening to the white? Is it gone? I see something else happening. Does anybody see what I see? It's turning into light, and in art we call that a tint. A lighter color, a color mixed with white that turns lighter is called a tint. And if it gets too dark, what can we do to add it to make it lighter again? Let's see what happens when we add some more white. So Kandinsky was an expressionist. An expressionist paint. They don't paint very neat, huh? I'm trying to paint in the style of Kandinsky. Am I painting neat or am I painting kind of messy? It's kind of messy. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's okay.
But it's the sky.
It's the sky. Shh. Okay. Shh, 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 shh. When you are outside and it freezes over in the fall time, sometimes our grass is not green. I know you want to look outside, but that grass is not real out there. So that's fake grass. That's why it's green. So in the winter time, you can have grass that is warm colors like yellow and orange.
Mr. Harry, I have freeze break. I guess what I saw the grass so white.
You saw the grass, right? So that means
I experiment on it. I get my drink.
yeah,
I go put on it.
you did.
There he is. Is that orange?
This is orange and yellow.
So you're mixing it up.
I'm mixing it on my paper.
I like it.
Okay. Shh, 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 shh. All right. So the very last part, I'm going to put a few of these houses. I'm going to put a few of these houses on your tables, and you have to share them. And I am going to warn you, it's going to get a little bit messy. Your brush has to be really dry, and then you're going to dip it in a dark color paint. Right now I have black paint, okay? And I'm going to dip my...
I was going to jump on it.
You're going to see we're going to do print making, which means I'm going to make this into a stamp, and I'm going to stamp it on my paper. Y'all want to see how it works?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to put too much paint on my brush, so I'm just going to dab it on there, and then I'm going to wipe off the extra, and I'm going to paint right on top of the wood, right on top of the wood, on the wood block. And as soon as I'm done, I'm going to make a stamp, which means I'm going to turn it around with the black side down, and I'm going to stamp my house onto the paper.
It didn't really. I know that.
It's okay if it didn't really do it, because when you get your paper back next time, you can go over your house with some oil pastels
It's like an abandoned one, though.
to make your, sorry friends, to make your houses different colors, okay? So I have,
Abandoned one, though.
that's okay. We can make a whole town, right? Can we make a town?
Oh, ton of abandoned.
An abandoned town?
Miss Guys, hey, what happens when the paint dries up in the blue sky?
Look at that. It looks pretty, right?
Miss Guys, hey,
You know, abandoned.
can I just tell something?
Tell me something.
I just want to say, now find all the dolphins in the houses, on the floor, outside.
Yeah, you could draw houses outside. So here's another one.
It's real.
Am I pressing softly?
It looks like real.
Am I pressing softly or hardly? That's right.
Oh, that looks not. It looks like a monster.
This one is just blank. Shh. This one is just blank, so you can.
Monster house. Like a monster house. Like a movie. Like a monster. It'll have no windows. Like monster movie.
This one doesn't have any windows.
Monster house.
Mona. Does everybody understand what we're doing today?
Okay.
Okay.
Now find all